Got my 1995 Ford F-150 flare side 302, a little bit of EFI, total POS. It's seen better days, still runs and drives, overheats like you never believe. Got a good old toolbox in the back, some trash left over from the guys I bought it from. There's the old pup. Got a pretty decent interior. Got all the shit on the inside still. No real big cracks on the dash. Seats are in real good condition. AC works 20% of the time. I actually found this gem. They went ahead and put a bolt as a cap for the AC. I thought that was pretty slick. I'm impressed with that. That's definitely a first I've seen before, but you know, it's not a bad truck. Definitely can't complain for what I paid for it. What I'm gonna try and do is, you know, take the motor out, reseal it, you know, redo it so I don't have shit like this lying around. I'm planning on putting a twin turbo kit in it. Do I really think that's gonna happen? Who the fuck knows? But that's definitely the plan for it. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to get rid of the AC to make room for the turbos. I really don't want to, but based off the engine bay, that's kind of what it's looking like. I've already taken the throttle body off and the IAC valve off and cleaned both of those. The IAC, I didn't clean it too well, but the throttle body I cleaned up, cleaned the inside. It was all carbon filled. The truck was shutting off after running for a couple minutes, but now it can actually run without stalling, but it overheats a little bit. My guess is simply because of the fact that it's got no coolant in it. I did zero maintenance or any sort of diagnostic. I saw the price and pulled the trigger. I didn't check it, didn't pop the hood, didn't do anything. I basically just drove it in here in the garage, and it's been sitting for a while. I've been kind of figuring out what I want to do with it. And so today I'm going to try and pull the hood off by myself, which should be interesting, and kind of get it prepped for engine removal. That way I can order that gasket set and get working on getting this motor cleaned up, resealed, ready for some turbos. Gonna go ahead and get started pulling the hood off. That way I get a little bit more access, a little bit more light to the engine bay, and get going with it. Oh! Was not expecting that. I lost the other bolt to the hood. Whoops. Whoops. fucking awful. Fuck, man, this is heavy as shit. Oh. Whoops. Well, that was one of the more embarrassing performances of my life, but at least the hood's off after kicking my ass. I'm not a fan of the whole double spring system. Scratched the clear coat off just a little bit, but it'll buff out, man. That's no worries. We'll get this light out of the way there. Just slap it over. It's got a clean body. It's got a few dings and dents, but dings and dents mean just more horsepower. Just common knowledge. I lost. Oh, there's one. I lost quite a few bolts for this side already. So yeah, this is already starting to become quite the good project. I'm excited. The 10 mil went shooting across the floor somewhere when the hood fell. So yeah, it should be a good time. It's probably somewhere in the yard. And of course, that's my only 10 mil. It's the good 10 mil set out of the Snap-on set I bought. That's now gone forever. RIP. We'll have to have a funeral service here in a little bit for it. I guess next thing I got to do is, disconnect the battery, because safety first. Probably should have done that to get going. But who needs safety when you got... This will work? Nope, not even close. I got my half-ass... Nope, not even close again. Got my my at-home toolkit here. Got all my nice fancy stuff at the shop. Eventually I'll probably bring most of it over, because I'm not one for unorganized tools. There you go, that's good enough. Oh, here's another hood bolt. And there's a bunch of hood bolts. All right, where'd I put the other two? Right here. We'll go ahead and put these over on the table of bolts. We'll put it in the engine cover. That way it's good to go. Hopefully I won't forget what they're there for. What's next? Let's probably pull the intake tubes off, get those out of the way. Start the destruction of the teardown. See how many parts I can lose within the course of the week I work on it every day. Fuck. One hand and holding the camera is not the easiest thing to do. Recording on my my phone, because my girlfriend has the nice camera, and I couldn't wait on working on this thing anymore. I worked on the throttle body and didn't record it, and then I was like, after that I gotta work on this. I can't just let it sit in the garage and watch it anymore. It's driving me insane. Oh, there's another one down there, I forgot. Not a fan of this dual throttle intake system, whatever you want to call it. I think it's stupid. But, you know, Ford has their ways. It's a lot better than Chevrolet, though. That's all I gotta say. That one's off. That one's off. Go ahead and pull that one off. Pull the tube off, and we'll go ahead and throw it. No. There she goes. Good enough for me. Let's see here. I guess the next step would be, you know, probably draining the oil in the cooling system, but I left my catch pan at the house, or at the shop rather, so I'm gonna go ahead and wait on that. Oh, you good? Jeez. Should probably try and pull this intake. It looks like it's gonna kind of be a pain in the dick. We'll see what we can do here. I'll hop up in there. Oh. All right, got the fuel rail, bunch of unnecessary vacuum wires, and coil, the shitty plug wire routing that gives me nightmares. Well, we'll pull the throttle linkage, get that out of the way, pop that off there, get the bracket, slide everything over out of the way. We'll pull the throttle body off. We'll get whatever the hell, I think this is the EGR, but what the fuck do I know? I think that's what it is, but I don't know anymore. Yeah, it looks like it's the EGR. We'll go ahead and pull that off. You kind of get everything off the intake. That way, when I get ready to pull it, I can just zip everything out, slide it out, and throw it on the ground out of the way. I don't know if I'm going to upgrade the intake or just keep the stock intake. I've kind of been doing some research online. People say the stock intake is okay. You know, I'm not looking for a top fuel drag car. I'm honestly just wanting to slap a bunch of Chinese turbos on it and see how much damage I can do before it blows up. So let me grab some tools and start working on getting this stuff off. I'm gonna go ahead and try and get this throttle body off now and just pop that off. Get the bolts for the bracket here. That one off, take that one off. This should just slide all the way over here, out of the way. Just leave you right there for now. Look at that, brand new. It's ready to pull out. Just slap a chain on it and rip it right on out. It'll be good to go. What we'll do is we'll put these in here so we don't lose them, because I'm the dumbass to lose all the bolts to an engine rebuild. Ooh. There's one. Get on down here to number 2. Oh, wasn't even. Okay, all right, that one doesn't want to come out right now. We'll fight you later. There's number 2, should be 3, but we'll say it's 2. This last one's a bitch. We got that one out. Slide my little baby hands in here and get it. Ooh, there we go. Now let's get this last one out here. Okay, well, let's see what's going on. Well, after a little bit of persuasion, we went ahead and got all 4 of these out. Oops. A little bit stripped. May or may not have been using a metric instead of a standard, but we're gonna ignore that fact and get back to the task at hand, is pulling this throttle body. I reused this gasket when I put the throttle body back on. It's fucking shit. It ran, but it definitely needed a new gasket. So we're gonna toss that to the side. I couldn't do that again if I tried. I need a pair of pliers to get all these hoses off. And get what's up, Paul? I bet he's ready to go inside. It's hot. Go ahead and Man, holding this camera and trying to do this is not easy. It's a whole nother job in itself. All right, come on. Okay, there we go. Get this, that vacuum line, and then there's another line down there that we gotta hit with the screwdriver, get that hose clamp off there. Whew, it is so hot right now. Good Lord. All right, there we go. And there she is, all halfway cleaned up. Can't complain, I'm happy with it. It works, or at least it did. Now it doesn't. Coming in hot. Burnout dog. Ain't that right, buddy? Yeah. You gonna help me take this motor out? Huh? Oh God. I'll take that as a no. You said, no, man, I'm good. I don't want to work on this POS. I don't blame you, buddy. This thing it's gonna be quite the project. Slide this clip right on out. Didn't break that one, that's a plus. Got that harness down there, we'll tuck back there. Pull that vacuum line off, put that over there, because who needs them? I can pull the, it's gonna be a waste of time even trying to mess with those, because it's got the pipe that runs down underneath the intake, so until that intake's ready to get pulled, there's no sense in messing with that. Let's see, I can pull these vacuum lines off here. And I guess slide those over, and got another hose clamp that's gonna be impossible to get to because of the angle. Embarrassing right there. Okay, let's see. What's the next move here? Just pull all the wires out, get them out of the way. I guess they gotta come off anyway. I mean, boom. Who needs them? Who needs them? You know, you can probably mark these for the order for, you know, putting them back, but we got the internets, and that's good enough for me. I'll go ahead and, they go under the intake. That's, okay, that's good enough for me right there. Yep, just leave you right there. And these are zip tied. I'll fucking throw that over, throw these over, throw that back over, and now it looks like we can get to the intake bolts a little bit better. What is this? Is that another hose clamp, or is that bolting? Oh, that just slides off. Whoops, that's part of that just broke. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, a bunch back there that I'm probably not gonna be able to record and get to at the same time. And this upper chunk of the manifold should slide right off. Easier said than done. So the intake's off. I guess it was easy as said. It's easy because these two bolts weren't even tight. They were about this high, not even threaded in. I mean, that's just poor execution, man. I mean, the only ones that were threaded in were this one, and this one. So 3 out of the 5 were threaded in. And then I popped those two off right there. We'll put those back. But I mean, that was embarrassing that half of my intake wasn't even bolted on. I'm glad I've decided to go ahead and pull this motor out. Otherwise, I would have kept on riding. Probably explains why it was cutting out on me. Maybe not had everything to do with the throttle body, but had everything to do with the fact that the intake was unbolted. I mean, that's embarrassing. Set that right there. Now that we got that out of the way, it's starting to look like just a basic car engine now. Get this gasket, because that's trash. Go ahead and throw it in the pile of parts here. Whoops. Right there. It's good enough. We got the fuel rails. We about to pop out the harness for the injectors. Distributor's got to come out. Got to set it to T. Well, if I'm pulling it out, I ain't got to worry about that shit. I gotta get the bracket for whatever the hell that is. I no clue. Something to do with the computers. I know that's the coil, that's simple. But this, no clue what that goes to, but I'll get that bracket out of the way and get that off of here. And once I get the injectors out, just gotta, I guess, pull the front accessories off, or at least the ones I need to get to clear this, because I don't want to pull the clip off or anything like that. You know, I gotta drain the coolant, drain the oil still, pull the exhaust system. Those manifolds are shot. It's definitely overheated before. You can tell based off the fact that that manifold is wider than me. But you know, it's a 1995, so it's seen some years. The odometer doesn't work on it, so I have no idea how many miles are on it. It's that electric odometer, and it's showing blank. So I guess it means it's brand new. You know, it's a brand new motor. 0 miles, 0 saddle. It's an A-OK motor. But not too bad for an hour of progress. Got the whole top end stripped, or at least the intake stripped. Oh, we'll say it's the top end to make me feel better about myself. I gotta go through and organize this shit. This is all the stuff I had in my bags that I just brought over here that I don't use at the shop. Gotta organize that and make it easier to find things so I don't spend 45 minutes looking for a 10 mil. But hood off, intake off, I'm happy with it.